Today I am going to start non-ohmic conductors which violate Ohm's law. What type of violation is there in non-ohmic conductors? In ohmic conductor, the relation between voltage and current is unique. Therefore, a value of V, there is only one value of I. And the ratio of V and I is always constant. This nature is not present in non-ohmic conductors. So let us see the non-ohmic conductors. First of all, I will show you some devices in which non-ohmic conductors are used. Two devices I have taken, light emitting diode and PN junction. There are other electrical or electronic devices also in which non-ohmic conductors are used. Now, what are non-ohmic conductors? The conductors whose VI graph is nonlinear, or the relation between V and I is not unique. That is, there is more than one value of V for the same current, or there is more than one value of I for the same voltage, or the relation between V and I depends upon current. If direction of current in the circuit is changed, then for the same value of V, I may differ, or for the same value of I, V differs. Let us see some examples. First example, I have taken PN junction, which is used as rectifier. A rectifier, as you know, it converts AC into DC. Two types of DC are produced as an output in rectifier. First is fluctuating DC and second is pulsating DC, about which we will study in semiconductor device unit in detail. Photodiode is also a two-terminal device which converts light or radiation of suitable frequency into electrical energy. Solar cell converts solar energy into electrical energy, and LED converts electrical energy into light energy of different colors. This PN junction is used as these electronic devices. Second example is GaAsP, GaAs, and GaP. GaAsP is gallium arsenide phosphide, GaAs is gallium arsenide, and GaP is gallium phosphide. These substances, these non-ohmic conductors, are used to make LED to produce color, light of different colors. The last, which is uncommon non-ohmic conductor, that is thyristor. This is a 4-layer device of alternating p-type and n-type semiconductors. It has 4 layers. First P, N, P, N. 4 alternate layers are there. And when this is connected in the circuit, this is used in power switching circuit. relay replacement circuit, inverter, etc. Now we will discuss IV characteristics of different types of nanometer conductors. This is IV characteristics of PN junction. First of all, I am giving you brief idea about PN junction. How is this formed? In detail, we will study in the last unit. I am giving you the brief idea. You know that in solid, there are two energy levels, and they are valence band and conduction band. Valence band is completely filled with electrons, whereas conduction band is empty. In solid, we call valence band a lower energy level and conduction band a higher energy level. At 0 Kelvin, there is no transition of electron from valence band to conduction band, and hence it behaves like an insulator. But when temperature is increased and when energy becomes equal to energy gap, then electrons move from valence band to conduction band, creating holes in the valence band. And at certain temperature, number of electrons, free electrons in conduction band is equal to number of holes in valence band. So in this case, number of electrons is equal to number of holes, which is equal to number of electron hole pairs. Electron hole pairs are called intrinsic carriers. And the conductor, semiconductor, in which electron density is equal to hole density is equal to intrinsic carrier density, is called intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic word means pure form of semiconductor, in which Ne equals to NH equals to Ni. But when it is doped with group 13 atoms and group 15 atoms, a PN junction is formed. And what type of processes takes place near the junction, we will discuss it later on. But here we will discuss only IV characteristics. A PN junction is formed by doping an intrinsic semiconductor with both the types of impurities atoms, that is group 13 atom elements and group 15 elements. This PN junction is connected in the circuit in two ways. First is called forward bias, and second is reverse bias. In forward bias connection, P section is connected with positive terminal, whereas N section is connected with negative terminal of the source. And in reverse bias, connection is reversed. Means P section is connected with negative terminal and N section is connected with positive terminal. And when we connect current measuring device and voltage measuring device in both the types of connections, then in forward bias, we obtain this type of graph, which is nonlinear. In reverse bias also, we obtain this type of graph. This is nonlinear. And due to nonlinear nature of the graph of IV graph, PN junction is called a non-ohmic conductor. Now, second example. This is the graph, IV characteristics graph for GaAs, gallium arsenide, or gallium phosphide. First observation from the graph is this, that graph is nonlinear. Up to certain value of B, I increases very gradually. And after that, I increases rapidly up to point B. And when B is further increased, I decreases. And after a certain value, again I starts increasing. So what do we observe? When we move from origin to bottom point, top point B, there is a positive increase in the resistance of the non-ohmic conductor. Whereas when we move from B to C, there is a negative change in the resistance. In the board examination, this is asked also. This graph is given in the question with points, and your students are asked to show that which part of the graph represents positive change in resistance and which part of the graph shows negative change in the resistance. In this graph, AB represents positive change and BC represents negative change. Now lastly, IV characteristics graph of thyristor. The IV characteristic graph is peculiar in this case. You can see in both the type of connections, forward bias and reverse bias, graph is non-linear, and it gives different value of current for the same value of B. When we take a point here, then you can see it will intersect the graph at two different points, which shows that for a value of B, there are two different values of I. So this is about non-ohmic conductors. Thank you.